in a minute, I will show you some other things. Let me speak up a little bit. In the Ielts exam, there are 3 parts. The first part is like a conversation, like an everyday conversation talking, but it's only the examiner asking you questions. So lots of short questions, 10 or so questions about you, about your life, about things you do, things you like. So in a moment, I will show you some typical topics. And let me check the chat. Yep, lots of welcomes. Thank you. And share screen. Okay. Show you this one just now. So here are some typical, some common topics, some things that you will often find in the exam. So we are going to talk about one thing here today, but you could have questions about work, study, hometown, home, art, like photos and pictures, paintings, statues, art, birthdays, childhood, when you were a child, boy or a girl, clothes, computers, daily routine, that's what you do every day. You do the same every day. I get up, I wake up at this time, I have breakfast, I go to work, I go to school. That's your daily routine every day. Dictionaries, that's an unusual one. So do you use a dictionary to check English words, what they mean? Do they help you? Evenings, what do you do in the evening? Family and friends, flowers, food, going out. That means like going to a restaurant or something, usually in the evening, to relax with friends. Happiness, what makes you happy? Hobbies is things you like to do in your free time. So maybe I like to read books, watch movies, play sport, go shopping with my friends. It's hobbies. Internet, the web, internet. What do you like to use it for? Leisure time, that's when you relax, when you are free. Again, what do you do? Music. Neighbors and neighborhood. We're going to talk about neighborhood today. That is where you live, the place, the many houses around your house. That is your neighborhood. The houses and shops and park maybe is your neighborhood, where all your neighbors are, the people around your house. So newspapers, pets, animals you keep at the house. Reading, shopping, sport, TV. Transport is like buses, trains, cars, transport. And weather, rain, sun. So most of these topics, you will know words you can use. You can say some simple things about them. Some might be more special and you need to find some words for them. But it's just to give you an idea. Don't worry about all these topics, but just to show you it's about normal everyday things mostly. So let's see, somebody sent a message, lots of things. These are not all in the exam. They will choose two topics. So you'll have two of these in the exam, not all of these, just 2 of these, I think. So just a few questions, 3 topics. So we'll take a few questions. So maybe 3 or 4 questions about one thing, 3 or 4 questions about another thing. Let me see if this is open. Yes, this is ready now. So let me change it to this one. Okay, there we go. A bit slow. So I teach for hassle-free education. I teach the Ielts preparation course for speaking and also some listening. So today we are doing speaking, but you are also listening to me, getting used to my accent. This is, you might not guess, but this is me. I am British, but my family lived in Thailand for many years. So this is me with my sisters in a samla, a three-wheel, which we call a rickshaw in Britain. So I'm sure you know about these. And this is me with my brother and sisters in Scotland at a Thai restaurant, also with something you will be familiar with, a tuk-tuk. Don't know the name in your country, you can tell me. This is my family, my wife and two sons, and we live in the south of England. So I am, maybe I should go back just now. I am an English teacher. I have been helping people with English for maybe 20 years as a volunteer with classes and clubs and friends, but I have been teaching as a professional teacher for many years now, teaching one-to-one and classes, and some of that is IELTS preparation. So I hope to help you today to understand the IELTS exam a little bit and practice some speaking and time. So we don't have lots of time left, so let me move on quickly. So the course that I teach follows the 3 parts of the exam. Part 1 is like conversation questions. What do you like to read? Where do you go with your friends? Who do you live with? Do you like cooking? Things like that. And then part 2 is a short, they give you one topic and you have to think for 1 minute and then talk for 2 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes. So I call it a short talk. And part 3 is a more formal discussion, more high level talking about bigger things like pollution or education or something like that. So that's more difficult. Let me move down. Okay, and I think we'll stop there. Go back. Excuse me. Actually, there's one thing. Sorry, I have many different things open. I'm trying to find the right one. So we're going to talk about a little bit about houses, where you live, your house, your flat, your apartment, and a little bit about your neighborhood around your house. What is around your house, near your house? So we will have some words here. Let's see, first of all, what words you can tell me that we can use, and then we'll look at some other ideas and examples. So what words can you use to talk about where you live? So we have, you could live in a house or a flat, which is like you have a big building and you have different flats or apartments. So in America, they say apartment. You have different apartments in one building. In Britain, we say flat. Sometimes we say apartment, but that's a bit special. Usually we say a flat. So I used to live in a flat. Now I live in a house. So what words can we use to talk about our house or our flat? Can you give me some ideas? You can write them in the chat for me. Okay. Yes, house, apartment. Residence, that's a very formal name. Yep. House, oops. This is not. What's going on here? Flat. Okay. So you can house or flat, apartment. So I live in a house, I live in a flat, I live in an apartment. We can say it's big or small or medium sized. Okay, so big, small, medium, medium sized, or middle sized. Medium is more common. We can say it's old or new or modern, old, traditional. Let me make these a bit bigger for you. What else can we say about our house or our apartment? No more ideas. These are the basic ones. So I could say I live in a big old house, or I live in a small modern apartment. I live in a small modern apartment. So we say the size first, how big, and then is it old or new, and then the word. So a small, a big old house, or a small modern apartment. Okay, very good. Kabir Mahmoud, I live in a medium-sized modern flat. Very good. Excellent. I live in a medium-sized modern flat. So if I say, tell me about where you live, or there's a big word we can use for this, but we don't use this word a lot in talking, but if you read things, if you're trying to go to another country and find a hotel, for example, it might say accommodation. You might, if we are talking about traveling, we talk about accommodation. Where can you stay? Where can you sleep? Where can you live? So that's accommodation. But they might say, tell me about where you live, or tell me about your accommodation. Tell me about your house, your home. Okay, so good, Alicia. I live in an old, large house. Remember to say the size first. A large old house is better. So Sida Ayesha, I live in a house which 2-story brick house. Okay, that's another way we can talk about it. We can say wooden or stone or brick or concrete. What is it made of? Okay, my house is a brick house. Most houses in England are brick houses. Many in Scotland are stone houses. In Thailand, it's wooden houses made of wood from trees, or concrete. It's very hard, gray stuff. Okay, probably need to go. That's fine. Okay, Okay, more examples. Okay. So we can say I live in a big old brick house, like that. I live in a big old brick house, for example. So that's using simple language. Instead of big, we can say large, like somebody said, large. Okay, we can can you say little or small? And we can use other special words. So a few other more advanced words could be cozy. If it's small, but you like it small, it's like I feel nice and safe and comfortable. It's cozy. So it's a nice word for small. Nice small. The opposite would be spacious. If it's big, you have lots of space, you can say spacious. I live in a spacious flat, or I live in a spacious house. It's another way to say big. Big space, spacious. So there's a couple of more advanced words you can use, as well as traditional. So traditional is like old style, the old way of having a house, making a house. Traditional. So it might be new, but it's the old style. Modern also is like new style. So it might be an old house built many years ago, but it's a modern style. It's a new style. Okay, let's move on. So we're going to talk about, well, let me see. Anybody else want to give an example? Oh yes, we have Fuhadul Islam. I live in a flat that is small and old, however it's made of brick. Okay. So, sorry, my son. So I live in a flat that's small and old. However it's made of brick. Okay, and it's made of brick. Okay, anybody else? Can you give me some more examples? What can you say about your house or your flat? Can you write one sentence? No. Okay. Any more? So many years ago, I could say I live in a traditional wooden house. And later I could have said I live in a large stone house. And later I could have said I live in a small modern flat apartment. Okay, all right. I live in a cozy brick house, very nice. I live in a large house that's old and built by bricks. Built, we could say built with bricks, but built with bricks. You could say built with bricks, but usually we just say a brick. It's a brick house, a large brick house, a large old brick house. I live in a house which is conventional but spacious. Very good. I live in a flat which is 3 bedrooms and 1 small room and with a modern facilities. Okay, so 3 bedrooms and 1 common room, like a sitting room, and with modern facilities. Very good. So facilities is things you can use in the house. Could be a bathroom or other things. Very good. Hello. You going to say hello? Okay, just say hello and then just go. Okay. Somebody wants to say hello. Can't see the people. Let's see. Can't see people just now. There they are. Say hello. Wave.
Hi.
Say bye bye now.
Bye bye.
Find mommy. There you go. Finish your breakfast. Okay, sorry about that. Let's Go back. Okay, don't go. Okay, lots of comments now. Okay, I have a medium-sized modern flat, very good, which is well decorated, excellent, and tremendous building in our city. Okay, and in a tremendous building or in an amazing building. Do you mean a big building or a really nice building? Tremendous usually means amazing, so you could say, what could I say? Yeah, maybe amazing or wonderful or great. Maybe you mean big. Okay, I live in a cozy modern house made of a wooden stone house. Okay, so wood and stone, yeah? So you can say, I live in a cozy modern house. That's excellent. Which is made of, I need to say, made of, we can use wood. So wooden is before, we could say a wooden house or a house made of wood. Wooden house or house made of wood. Okay. I live in a small house. I'm just reading the chat box. If anybody's confused, open the chat. At the bottom, you see the word chat. Click on chat, and you can see the messages and see my messages. So I live in a small house, good, made of bricks, with some modern facilities. Very good. Or dining room, maybe dining room, 2 washrooms, and so on. I have a parrot also. Okay, great. So maybe dining room for eating and washrooms. Okay. There are many different rooms, different words for a washroom. In this country, we usually say bathroom and toilet. In America, they use other words as well, like bathroom, comfort room, CR, other words, restroom, things like that. Maybe in public places more. So washroom we understand, or bathroom. Oh, a big long answer. Okay. Well, I'm on vacation, so right now I'm at my grandma's house. It's situated in a village of my hometown. In my home, you could say in my home village. It's in my home village. Yeah. Situated is good for writing, but in speaking, it's a bit too formal. So we can just say it's in a village. It's in my home village. So I'd like to describe this house that I'm currently staying in. It's an old building which has 2 floors. Very good. It has been, so we can say it's an old building. It's another word we can use. It has been made during my parents' wedding. Okay, it was made. So obviously they followed the traditional old structure. So obviously they followed traditional old style. It's better, but yeah, structure is how you build something while making this building. Very good. It's a little bit spacious. Spacious, good. Lots of space with a couple of rooms. Remember your S's for more than one. And most of the part of this building was made of bricks. You can just say that most of this building was made of bricks, or is made of bricks, even though some parts of the second floor were made of wood. Perfect, great. So first floor, second floor. It's different in America. It's first floor, second floor, but here it's ground floor, first floor, second floor. So that's something to watch out for. But bathroom. I live in a cozy modern apartment with exclusive interior design. Okay. All right. Very good. So interior means inside, and design is how you make it beautiful. I live in a 5-storied apartment, which is modern and spacious. Very good. Okay, we're going to move now to your neighborhood. So describing where your house is, what is around your house and near your house. So let me switch I don't want to stop share. Something's in the way here. Okay. New share. Photos. It's not showing me my photos I want to show you. Let me see what I can do about that. Maybe they aren't open now. No. Okay. One moment. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So they should show now. Not yet. I'm just going to show you pictures of a village, a town, and a city, so we can describe the town or village or city a little bit. Let me try again. There we are. It's showing now. Okay. So here we have a village. So we can say, I live in a house. Oh, what's happened here? Okay. Sorry. The video window has got stuck to my mouse. It's okay now. Okay, I live with all modern facilities. Okay. I want to say that I live in a hut which is made of soil and so comfortable to live here. Okay. So a hut is like a very small house, like one small room, and so made of soil. Maybe a better word is earth. Well, we do talk about mud hut. So, mud hut, which you can find a lot in some parts of the world. But you can say made of earth. I think you want to say soil. But maybe made of earth or mud. That's cool. Good local materials and good for keeping cool in hot countries. So good. Let's move on. So here we have lots of houses. So maybe not very traditional because it's got metal corrugated iron roofs, but it's kind of traditional houses. Maybe made of wood and corrugated iron. So we're talking about what is around your house. So you can say, I live in a village. This is a village. I live in a village by a river, next to a river, by a river, beside a river. And we can say it's a spacious. It's spacious. It's green. I live in a green. My neighborhood or my area where I live is very green, spacious, and yeah, you could say there are lots of trees and animals, and you could say it's a farming area, farms around about. Okay, let's look at the next one. So if anybody wants to try, if you live in a place like this, you can try to tell me, type a message and say, I live in a village, a small village, a big village, with by a river or by a forest or near the mountains. There are lots of animals and trees, or whatever you want to say. Okay, I'm trying to open the next picture and it's blank. Here we are. Okay, this is a town. So you can talk about your town. I live in a town, a big town, a market town, an important town, or a small town. And we can, what words can we use about this? Can you tell me some words to describe this? I know in this class we will have some people with where you will have different levels of English. Some of you have just a few easy words. Some of you know a lot of more advanced vocabulary, but we'll try and cover a bit of both for you. So, and you have practice listening to me and writing some examples. So if you live in a village, please try writing a sentence for me about where you live. Okay. Of course, I've tried to say something about my village. Home is everyone's talking about flat and beautiful apartment. Is it okay if I mention my speaking? Of course. So just talk about where you live. It doesn't matter where you live, what it's like. So, okay, I used to live in a village where there were many fields, ponds, canals, etc. Very good. Most importantly, children used to play in the field and enjoy themselves. Very nice. Okay, good. So if they ask about where you live, what it's like, you can say things like that. Very good. I live in a big town. All right, good. So this picture, what can we say about it? It's busy. There are lots of people, lots of cars and rickshaws, lots of buildings, lots of electric wires. It's very busy. It's crowded, lots of people together, many people together. It's crowded. So here are some words you can use. Crowded, many people together, busy. There's lots of things there, lots of things happening. Many people doing many things. It's busy. Lots of moving things. It's busy. It's bustling. Bustling is also means many things moving, many people and cars moving around. Lots of things happening. Very busy. Bustling. So I live in a large bustling town. Or I live in a busy market town. I live in a crowded. Okay, welcome, Fatima Khan. No problem. So we can talk about buildings. A house is a building, but you have big buildings with flats or offices or shops. So you can see a lot of big buildings. You can say multi-story buildings. There are many floors or stories. Multi-story buildings. But you can just say there are a lot of big buildings or tall buildings. You can talk about shops, stalls, these little ones here that are like temporary or not actually a building. You can say it's a stall, or this is a market. I guess this is a market here. Let me see this message. I'm from Sylhet, but remote area. Very good. Remote means far away from the cities, a long way from the cities where there are lots of people. I mean, a village with cooperative neighbors, maybe cooperative, but you could just say helpful or friendly, charming green nature. Very good. Okay, nature is trees and mountains and animals, things like that. Nature. Also a tiny river. Okay. If this is the name, we have a big T, big R, but if it's not the name, just small t, small r, a tiny river, a very small river. I live in a city named Comilla, a city in Bangladesh, where there are many multi-storied buildings. Very good. Vehicles, good. Vehicles is cars, buses. Educational institutions, very good. That's schools and universities, colleges, hospitals, etc., which make the place so crowded and noisy. Very good. Very good. Okay. So that's very good saying which make place so crowded and noisy. That's very good English. So let me go down again. We're running out of time. I live in a town. Remember to say a village, a town. If it's one, remember to say a. This is for everybody. If it's more than one, remember the s. Towns, places. Where are we? There are many people live in town. There are many people in my town or who live in my town or living in my town. My big city's name is Dhaka. Okay, so there's a special name for the capital. The capital city is the most important city, big city in your country. So I think Dhaka is, I forgot how to say that properly, but I said Dhaka is the capital city of Bangladesh, I think. London is the capital city of the UK, of Britain. So I'm trying to move up and see the other messages, but it's stuck. Okay. Let me see. Many crowded areas in my city. Very good. There are many big buildings. Remember the S buildings in Dhaka. Dhaka is called a cosmopolitan city. Very good. Cosmopolitan, lots of different kinds of people coming together. Okay, the word crowded is popular in Ielts, yes. Whenever I get ready to take a class exam, when I'm asked about it. Then I am asked about it, okay. Examiners always try to ask about this kind of crowded place or area. So how can I say some important or special things in my speaking? Okay. Well, as I said, you can use the word busy or bustling. Yeah, those are some other good words you can use instead of crowded. You can say there are so many people coming and going. Or it's bustling and busy. I live in Delhi. It's the capital of India. Good. It is having lots of facilities. Because having is like just now, but not always. So we need to say it has. It has lots of facilities, good, like educational institutions, hospitals, research centers. Good. There are so many facilities here, but it is crowded also. It is crowded too. Also is better before, so it is also crowded, or it's crowded too. Let me see. We have some more messages. Good. This is good. Lots of people writing messages. So yes, I live in a small town where it's located by Shatalaka River. So I live in a small town. Again, located by is quite a high level formal English. So it's good for writing, but or formal speech. But for this part, just say it's by. I live in a small town by Shatalaka River, or next to or beside. You could say which is. I live in a small town which is by Shatalaka River, or by, and it's only 16 kilometers from the capital of Dhaka. The capital of Dhaka. Good. We say the capital of Bangladesh, but the capital, comma, Dhaka. The capital, Dhaka. Due to industrial town, this area is too much crowd. Okay. So because you say because it's an industrial town, this area is too crowded or very crowded, and lots of people living here. Good. Plus coming from other districts. Plus people coming from other districts. Good. Narayanganj city is only 32.5 kilometers away. Yeah, 32 kilometers away. What's the difference between England and Britain? Okay. I don't know if this map is big enough here. Britain is England, Scotland, Wales. Together is Britain. So in many countries they just say England for everything, but it's not correct. So we actually have 4 nations in one country. That's why it's called the United Kingdom, because we have one queen, but we have 4 nations: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. So we talk about 4 nations. So England is the biggest, really by far the biggest country with the biggest population and the capital city. But it's one of 4 parts: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. So Britain, we can say Britain for everything, just Britain for Britain and Northern Ireland, or we can say Britain or the UK, the United Kingdom. Okay, but England is only one part. I live in Noakhali city in Bangladesh. Good, although it's crowded, a crowded place. Yeah, although it's crowded is good, but place is a noun, so we need a crowded place to live. Good, but most of the people are quite hospitable. Very good. So hospitable is like friendly, kind, helpful. It's the same country. Thank you, sir. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one. Okay, this is a city. Okay, this might be Dhaka. I'm not sure. So what can we say about a city like this? You have told me some things already. We can also use crowded, busy, bustling. What else? Tall buildings, big buildings, multi-story buildings. Lots of educational institutions. That is also a little bit formal. It might be good for writing, but you could just say lots of. It has several universities, for example. Some universities. If it's a town, you can talk about maybe schools and one college, maybe. But in a city, there might be a university or several universities. We can talk about parks. I think this is a park here. In a city, you might have parks, museums, art galleries, and things like cinemas and sports centers, shopping malls, lots of things like this as well. City is the mother of pollution. Okay, pollution is a good word. So in a city, you have more pollution. Pollution is when the air is dirty or the water is dirty. It is polluted. So in a city, you have more pollution, like smoke in the air and pollution you can't see from the cars and things, factories. Okay, we can talk about it being modern as well, maybe more modern. You could say it's a fast-growing city, maybe, or it's a historical city. If it has a long history, an old history, it's a historical city or a modern city. Okay, here we have another example. I live in Dhaka. It's the capital of Bangladesh. Perfect. It is having. Remember, not is having because that's now, but not always. So it has lots of facilities like educational institutions. Oh, did I read that already? No, I didn't. Hospitals, research centers, gardens. Remember S for gardens. There are so many beautiful places here. Okay, good. But it is crowded also. It's also crowded. Though I love my country, good, and I would like to invite you, need to say you, I would like to invite you to come and visit Bangladesh. Thank you very much. I would love to visit Bangladesh one day. Uh, Maybe I can go on my way to Thailand one time. I want to go back to Thailand one day and see other countries. So the official time is finished. If you need to go, you can go, but I will stay for some more time because we started very late. So I will stay longer. So please stay for more, or if you have to go, if you need to go, please you can leave if you need to. So please stay if you can. Dhaka is a cosmopolitan city. Okay, lots of different people. There are most of the people live here. Okay, most people live here, or a big part of the population live here. Okay, let me open some more things here. So I'm just waiting for Zoom to respond and open some other things here. Which is the best one? Like this one. Okay, we'll look at some other things that are in a town. Let me just read these other examples. It's very good having your examples to help each other. Oh, what happened? Can you? Yes, okay, it's back. It looked like Zoom stopped working for a minute there. Let me see. I live in Silet. It's most crowded place. It's a very crowded place. There are lots of valuable historical places. Okay, good, or important. Usually we say important historical places, but valuable is fine. There stay different types of people. Different types of people live there because stay is temporary, not always just for a short time stay. And they are extremely hospitable. Very good. Extremely means very, very, very hospitable. Okay, good. You're welcome to all the people saying thank you. You're welcome. Okay, yes, Mr. Habib needs some time to speak to you, so I will need to stop soon. I live in a cosmopolitan city, Chittagong, which is on the southern part of Bangladesh. In the southern part, in this part inside, in the southern part of Bangladesh. It is super bustling, okay, and industrialized city, okay. And that's another good word, industrial. So industrial means lots of factories. They make lots of cars or make lots of things industrial. So let me go back up here. Industrial city of Bangladesh, although it is full of enormous facilities on daily. Okay, okay, full of enormous maybe buildings. It's full of enormous buildings. In America, you say store, shoe store, clothes store, and you have a supermarket or a superstore. Yeah, educational institutions. I remember institutes is a word, but we say educational institutions. And again, that's a little bit formal. Trade centers, shopping malls are all in nearby location, are all nearby or easy to find or easy to access. So instead of nearby, we could say easy to find. Excuse me, let me finish this one. Trying to find my place again. It is intensely polluted, okay, extremely polluted with smog, industrial waste, greenhouse gases, and so on. Okay, good. Good using and so on. Give a short list and then say and so on. Apart from that, very good. As my relatives reside here, okay, good word. Reside is a little bit formal, so we can say my relatives live here or live there. I enjoy being around them, okay, and attending them in different festivals. Joining them. I enjoy joining them for different festivals. However, overcrowding, too many people, overcrowding, and pollution are big issues. Very good, which makes it not worthy of living day by day. Maybe it's not good. What could say? It's not good to live in day by day life. It's difficult to live in, or it's not very good to live in. What should I do? How I will do practice Ielts for GT or general training. Okay. If you come to our class, then we can learn more for the Ielts exam and preparing for the Ielts exam. General training covers more everyday topics instead of academic topics. So it's things like this, like we are talking about today. There are many things that can help you. Industrial city, crowded, overpopulation, miles and factories, superstores, markets, colleges, universities, school shops, and so on. Very good. Okay, I think we need to stop there. You can see from this picture, you can learn words for different shops and things around your home. Okay, think about what is near where you live. What words do you need, like post office, bakery, florist, train station, police station, stadium. You can see some ideas here. So why don't you practice this next week, talking about your house and your neighborhood where you live, and think what words you need, find some examples online, and practice that with your friends. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Habib will now answer some of your questions about the course and universities and things. So I'll hand over to him. If you have any quick questions, maybe we can have 1 or 2 questions about the exam to me, and then I will go in a minute. Any questions about the Ielts exam very quickly? If you join the course, of course, you can ask many questions and get help with many things for the Ielts speaking exam and listening with me.
So good morning, everyone. Thanks, Mr. Steve, for giving us a lot of time today.
Okay.
We appreciate that. So, dear students, if you have got any questions, please type in the chat box. So, Mr. Steve, he's gonna answer all the questions, and I'm gonna share with you the homework. And before that, just I'd like to share with you a few things. So, we're gonna take 1 or 2 questions. So I think they haven't got any question yet. So
yeah.
Find it out.
I can improve my pronunciation. The best thing is to listen a lot to native speakers, and try to copy them, imitate them. You can also record yourself, use your phone or something to record yourself and listen and compare with the native speakers. So if you watch just something on TV or radio or internet, listen to it, try to say the same, listen to it again. And if you can find someone to help you, that's very good as well.
Okay, next question is from Mahin. How to get a good score in Ielts writing?
Okay, I'm doing the speaking part of the exam, so you need to ask someone else. But again, read a lot, write a lot, and you can find advice in the Hassle Free Education course. You can get a lot of help with writing and grammar.
Okay, we got another question is how to improve grammatical mistakes.
If you know what mistakes you are making, then just practice. If you're not sure what mistakes you're making, then you need some help. So again, if you join a course like we have, then they can help you correct your mistakes. There are, if you use like Word, Microsoft Word, it will show you your mistakes, and then you can find answers to why they're mistakes and practice those. There are different things like that.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Steve. Thank you so much. So I know you are busy, and I have requested in the early in the morning to jump in the class.
Not too bad.
Thanks a lot for that. Right.
Yeah.
So if you have got time, you can stay, and if you have got something to do, you can leave. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. God bless. Oh, sorry. I'm pressing end. That's not.
Okay.
Leave me.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm gonna share with you the homework. Before that, I'd like to ask you. So, how was the class with Steve? Please type in the chat box. Is it okay, excellent, outstanding? Just type in the chat box. I'd like to see. Okay, Fatima said outstanding. Someone said excellent. Nova said wonderful. Mahin said tremendous. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? So please type in that chat box. So how was today's class? Onyx said fantastic. Hasif said outstanding. Okay. Okay. It was a nice conversation. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So how many of you would like to join Steve and you want to learn from Steve? Can you remember I shared with you that so I have learned English from so many places, but the confidence, the accent, what I got from an American, his name was Randy Peterson, and I thank him still, because without him, it wouldn't be possible for me to raise my level of confidence and to learn English properly. So I would recommend you to join someone else who is a native speaker. So that's going to help you a lot. And Steve, he's an Ielts instructor, so he can help you, right? So please type in the chat box, how many of you would like to join Steve if this course is completely free, 100% free? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. So if you'd like to join Steve, the Ielts preparation course, 100% free, type in the chat box me. Okay. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of me. So Nova said, count me in. Onyx said me. Carol said me. Hasib said me. Okay. Anybody else? So I can see still 21 people. I've got answer like 6 or 7. Yeah, I'd like to see how many would like to join Steve and learn from a native speaker. So Onyx said, how can I get a native speaker? So if you join this Ielts preparation course, you're gonna get Steve. He's a native speaker, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna so share with you my presentations, and I'm gonna give you the homework. Okay, so before going to homework, just I'm asking, how much have you understood Steve? It is just put in percentage. Have you understood Steve? 100%, 90%, 50%, 40%. So how much have you understood Steve? Type in the chat box, please. Okay, Carol said 100%. Onyx said 100%. Hasib said 100%. Fatima said 90%. Saeed Ibn Atik said 100%. Nobal said absolutely 100%. Muhibur Rahman said 90%. Okay. Okay. Mahin said 100%. Okay, excellent. That means if you understand him, that means yeah, you can join him, because I don't like to recommend anybody else who doesn't understand his simple English. So if you understand him, there is no barrier to join him, and the course is completely free. But we have got 2 conditions, right? So can you please type in the chat box how many conditions you have got? The course is completely free, but we have got 2 conditions. Please type in the chat box how many conditions you're gonna have. Okay, so let me share my screen first. Where is my presentation? There you go. So you got homework. So this is the homework, right? So is it? No, this is the thing I wanted to share with you. So if you'd like to join Ielts preparation course, you're gonna get 60 classes in one batch. Type in the chat box, how many classes will you get in one batch? 60 classes. Type in the chat box. Just I'd like to make sure you understood. You don't miss anything. So you're gonna get 60 classes in one batch. That means if you start in 2-3 weeks time, so you're gonna get 60 classes. And after 60 classes, if you think that you'd like to continue, you'd like to learn more, we're gonna allow you to another batch. That's gonna be 120 classes, right? And we're gonna allow you for 3 times. So that means if you are not satisfied yet, then we would recommend you to go for the next batch as well. So you're gonna get 60 more classes. So how many classes all together you're gonna get? Type in the chat box. 60 plus 60 plus 60. 120 classes. That's right. Type in the chat box, please. 120 classes. So you're gonna get 20 classes with this tip. So in 3 batches, so you're gonna get 60 classes with this tip, and Steve conducts speaking and listening, right? And then we're gonna get 20 classes with 10 years experience, British Council examiner. So he's gonna teach you, okay, ex-examiner, right? So he's not working with British Council anymore, but he used to. So he's gonna teach you reading and writing. So you're gonna learn speaking and listening from Steve, and reading and writing from ex-British Council teacher. And once you learn this, a lot of things from these 2 teachers, then probably sometimes you'll be confused that I'm using, okay, I have learned this, but I'd like to use it. So is it right or wrong? In that case, what you can do, you can join Ielts workshop. So Ielts workshop is basically the practice class. So you're gonna have speaking, reading, writing, listening, everything over there, right? So the teacher who's going to conduct the class, he's a university teacher, and his score is 8. And right now he's studying at Teesside University, and he got 100% scholarship. Right now he lives in the UK, and he is doing his master's. Right, so you're gonna get these 3 teachers, and you're gonna get 60 classes on batch, and we're gonna allow you for 3 batches, and you're gonna get 60 class, 120 classes. Right? How many of you are really excited that you're gonna join Steve? Please type in the chat box, excited. I'd like to see. How many of you are really excited that you would like to join Steve? Type in the chat box, excited. I'd like to see. I'd like to see. Right, so now, so now if you haven't got okay, if you haven't in for studying at university in UK, US or Canada, that's fine. So if you've got a IELTS score, good score in IELTS exam, then you can have job in multinational companies, call centers part-time, right? So the price of this course was £200, and that's equivalent to whatever your currency. For example, in Bangladesh, it's more than £20,000, but we are giving 100% free. So if you really understood me, please type in the chat box 100% free. Type in the chat box 100% free. Okay, Fatima said you never talk about the migration. So Fatima, we don't deal with the migration, we deal with the study visa, right? So please type in the chat box 100% free. I'd like to see how many really understood the course is gonna be 100% free. Okay, so I repeat, so you're gonna get 20 classes from Steve, speaking and listening, 20 classes from ex-British Council teacher, and 20 classes from IELTS score 8, who is a university teacher as well, right? And we're gonna give you 100% scholarship, right? So as I shared with you, we have got 2 conditions, because previously what we experience is we have got some unwanted people. They don't need IELTS, but it's free, that's why they jumped in, right? And I know the purpose why you'd like to do IELTS. So that's why we are giving 100% scholarship with 2 conditions. So condition number 1 is you need to deposit 5,000 in your own currency. This is the deposit money, right? So if you are living in Bangladesh, it's 5,000 taka. If you are living in Pakistan, it's 5,000 rupee. If you are living in India, it's 5,000 rupee as well, right? So that's the first condition, 5,000 in your own currency. And now probably it's contradicts, right? So you said 100% free, and why you are saying deposit 5,000. So 5,000 deposit, you're gonna get 100% refund once you finish your course and make application through hassle-free education, right? I repeat, condition 1, deposit 5,000 on your own currency. So would like to take the students who are serious, who would like to put the deposit and who would like to say, yeah, I'm committed. And then we're gonna give you 100% refund. And once you finish your course and make application through hassle-free education. Now, I'm gonna tell you this story. So one of our students was Nasrin Sultana. So she paid, I think she paid more than that. That was £50. It's around 7,000 taka in Bangladesh. So that was the condition, that once you finish your course and make application, we're gonna give you refund. So she came to the UK, and as you know, we promise our students to pick up from the airport, and so I picked up from the Heathrow, but not from the airport, from the hotel, because her husband and 2 kids, so they did the quarantine in a hotel. And once they came to my car, the first thing I did is I handed in £50 note, and I said, "What's for?" I said, "Can you remember we promised that you're gonna get 100% refund, and this is your refund?" And she started smiling. I said, "No, I can't take it. You have done so many things for us." I said, "No, this is our policy, so you got to take it." So that's the thing. It's very simple. Condition 1 is deposit 5,000 in your own currency. Number 2 is 100% refund once you finish your course and make application to us, right? However, probably you will be excited to know. So if you are living in Dhaka or Sylhet, we have got offline IELTS course as well. So if you committed for this course, so we're gonna give you access for that IELTS course as well. So if you think, okay, do what is called physical class, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna offer you physical class in Dhaka and Sylhet as well. It's the same offer, right? So you're gonna get this online class plus physical class as well, because now you might ask, so why are you investing so much money? Because I got to pay Steve a lot of money and other teachers as well, and I'm giving you 100% free IELTS scholarship. Now you might ask, how are we gonna make money? So once we can help you 100% completely, and once you come to the UK, we get a little bit commission from university. That's how we are making money, right? So this is the part of our service. So that's how we are giving 100% scholarship. So probably in future, we can stop, we might stop, we never know, right? So now, so also you're gonna get free mock test in Dhaka and Sylhet, full mock test in exam environment, and you're gonna get feedback, because we don't like to waste like 20,000 taka or rupee going for the IELTS exam and you get 4.5 or 5, right? So our teacher will tell you that, okay, you are ready, please do the registration and go for the IELTS exam, right? So hearing all these things, who is in? Please type in the chat box, "I am in." I'd like to see. So considering these 2 conditions, who is in? Please type in the chat box, "I am in." Okay, so Hasib said, "I can't understand, make application through Self Education." So what I mean by that is, so I know you're gonna do IELTS for different purposes, and one of the main purposes is to study abroad. So once you make an application to UK, US, or Canada, so once you make application through us, we're gonna give you 100% refund. That's what I mean. Okay, so 100% scholarship. Now I'd like to see how many of you are in. By the way, I'd like to tell you something is very, very important. So thank you so much to spend a lot of time with me personally, and today we've got a Steve as well. So this is just starting, right? Steve is such a brilliant teacher. Still, I learn from him. I jump into the IELTS class and I just learn. I take a lot of notes, and I'm improving my English, right? So you have just started. Don't stop. And you came so far. All you got to do is you need to continue. You need to push yourself. And 5,000 is nothing, right? In your own currency. So all you got to do is just you need to show your commitment that you're committed, and you need to give us a call. So dear team, can you please just put your number, Self Education, so either Nafiza or someone else. So all you got to do is you need to just contact with our team, and you need to register. And this service you will not get anywhere else in the world. And sometimes, some of our students, they ask, how come, you are giving 100% scholarship and you are hiring British native speaker? I said, yeah, so we are making so much money from other side, because we have got a consultancy firm in London, Birmingham, and Manchester. So we can save some money and we can put some money for international. And this is the 100% scholarship is for only international students. So if you are local students, you have to pay £150, which is equivalent to like 20,000. Okay, Fatima said Steve will not teach for general training. Okay, Fatima, there is not that much difference between academic and general training. So probably what we can do, we can assign you for a teacher, probably for 30 minutes, and he or she is gonna help you with that. So someone said, Zahid said, I have already application through Self Education. Okay, Zahid, that's fine. So if you'd like to join to our what is called hassle-free education Ielts preparation course, just put the deposit and start class. From is it you can literally start the class from today. So we have got 3 classes in a week. Is Wednesday with Steve, Thursday with British Council examiner, and Saturday is always 2:30 UK time. So do you have any questions? If you have got any questions, please please type in the chat box, or you can talk to me. I'm gonna unmute yourself as well. Okay, Khairul, as I shared with you, so if you'd like to grab 100% scholarship, so all you got to do is you need to deposit 5,000 in your own currency. I believe you are from Bangladesh, so you need to deposit 5,000 taka. So once you make a application through us, we're gonna refund you. So Syed Ibn said, where is your office in Dhaka? It's in Pantopot, Farmgate. It's RA's home center. So is there anyone from my team? Can you please share your number and what is called? Okay, Alizia, if you're from Pakistan, that's fine as well. We have got Moise. So you know my number, please text me and I'll text you the Moise number, and he's gonna contact you and he's gonna take the deposit from you. So my personal number is +44 74320895544. So that's my personal number. So if you're from Pakistan, that's fine as well. So we have got a team in Pakistan. So his name is Moise Abzal. So I'll text you. Thank you, Nafiza. So if you are from Bangladesh, so this is the office. And can you please also share our Sylhet office address as well? So probably some of them would be from Sylhet. So still you can go to Sylhet office and you can deposit your money and you can start class literally. Right. So that's the thing I wanted to share with you. So if you've got any questions, so this is the homework, right? So this is the presentation you need to give. Listen with a native British teacher. So who was the teacher? So you need to say, hi, this is Habib. Today I'd like to share with you a lesson I had with British native Ielts instructor. His name is Steve Tulegan. And how long did you enjoy the class? Did you understand the lecture? What did you learn from him? So you can highlight 3 to 4 things that, okay, how to describe these and that I have learned from him. Moreover, I have learned these things. Also, I have learned these sort of things. So share your experience with us. For example, probably you are afraid of British teacher at first, then you started understanding little by little, then I understood almost everything, right? Do you want to learn more with him? So if you'd like to learn from him, so please share that, he's a brilliant teacher and I'd like to learn from him and I'd like to join IELTS preparation course as well. So that's asking. So the last thing you need to answer is, what if you get 20 classes with this team, 40 classes with other teachers, so you'll be good, very good in English, and you're gonna get at least 7+ in IELTS, right? So this is the presentation you got to give. So how many do you think you can give a presentation? So please type in the chat box presentation. Please type in the chat box presentation. Okay, so yeah, Alizia, thank you for responding. Karul, thank you. So this is the thing. So we are here to help you out, right? And all you got to do is you need to take this opportunity. Have you heard the story? So, you know, there was a flood and someone else was on the roof and he was just requesting his God to help him out. So the first time God sent him a helicopter, and he said, no, I don't like to take the helicopter. So I have requested God. God has come to me and he's going to help me out. And the second time, again, he started requesting God to help him out because it's flood, a lot of waters around him, and he was on the top of the roof. And then his God sent him a boat, and he refused, and he said, no, I don't like to take this boat, and I have requested my God, and I'd like to take help from him. And the third time, so then God sent him a speedboat, and the man again refused him, and he said, no, my God requested me, and I'd like to get the help from him. And finally, he was, the water level was increasing, and he was going to sink, and he was going to go to die. And finally, he was fed up, and he said, God, don't you have any power? I have requested you to help me out. And he said, come on, I have sent you help 3 times. I send you what is called helicopter, boat, and a speedboat, but you didn't take my help, right? So so you're gonna go die. That's the truth. So there is a reason. Probably you have found hassle-free education. Probably is gonna be what should I say, a reason to change your life through education, right? So if you are looking here and there, if you are cheated somewhere else, if you are still struggling, we are here to help you, right? We are not what is called money-making machine from you. We genuinely, I try to help you personally, because I came to this country as an international student, and I came through so much struggle. That was an exciting journey as well, and now I became settled. So this is my responsibility to help you out, right? So I'm doing my part. So if you don't grab this opportunity, that's your fault. Probably you need to reconsider. So still, we have got one more class. So please take a screenshot for this and take preparation for your homework. So so if you'd like to join today, so all you need to do is you need to put your phone number here, and probably my team will record it, and they're gonna give you a call. And so tomorrow, what's gonna happen tomorrow? Tomorrow is we have got a session. It's called Study in the UK, US, and Canada, and that's gonna be conducted by our head of international recruitment, Farhana Jahan. So who studied MSc in Advanced Computer Science from Birmingham City University. Right, so who'd like to join tomorrow? Please type in the chat box tomorrow, and we're gonna wrap it up. If you haven't got any sort of questions at all, I think we try our best to help you out. So, and this is your turn as well. So all you got to do is you need to speed out my message, how I can help other students to come to the UK, US, and Canada. Right, so you should invite your friends and family members and classmates to our Facebook group as well, so that they can get this information. The organization is called Hassle-Free Education. They gave us a mini course, 8 days speaking challenge. Also, they're giving Ielts free preparation course. Is 100% scholarship, full funded scholarship. So all you got to do is you need to commit yourself, putting 5,000 in deposit. And once you finish your course, get a score and make application through us, you're gonna get your fund, right? So hopefully you enjoyed the whole journey. And I'd like to thank you, my Hassle-Free Education team as well, to work behind the scene so hard, and that's why we made it, right? So thank you, everyone, and see you tomorrow with Farhana Jahan. So don't miss tomorrow's class. That's gonna be very, very important. You're gonna get all the information, and you're gonna all you got to do is once you get the information, that's gonna be updated, cutting edge information. So all you got to do is you need to follow the guidelines and you need to execute, and this is how you're gonna reach your destination with our help, right? So thank you, everyone. So see you tomorrow, hopefully, and bye-bye.